Hello, friends. It's me, Terry. I'm back and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to see you. I don't really see you, but you see me. So I'm really glad to be here. And what I'm going to be talking about a very serious case. And that is the one that is the honor killing, Washington versus Ali and Ali. Really got to me. Um, so let me just give you a little bit of background, okay? They're originally from the Middle East, and this couple are accused of an attempted honor killing. They had planned to go back to Iraq day that the incident happened when Fatima, their daughter, ran away. Her parents had planned an arranged marriage between Fatima and an older man that Fatima did not want to go through with. But that is not even coming in this trial because the judge ruled it inadmissible. Yeah, you heard that right. Let me play a snippet of the state's opening statement. Okay, there are a few things I'm going to want you to take notice of here. The state's opening statement, you'll notice, does not mention anything about this trip that she's supposed to be taking, but only on the actual events that occurred. Okay.
Get off of her. Let go of her. Somebody call the cops. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, those were some of the frantic words from numerous Timberline High School students as they watched the defendant, Ihsan Ali, put his 17-year-old daughter, Fatima Ali, in a headlock at the inner city transit bus stop in front of Timberline High School. Those were the same frantic words from the same set of students as they watched Mr. Ali compress Fatima's neck until her eyes rolled into the back of her head, until her face turned pale, and until she lost consciousness. The students will tell you that as they were at the bus stop minding their own business and waiting for the bus to show up, Fatima's father arrived. And shortly after his arrival, an argument ensued between Mr. Ali and his daughter Fatima. He will also tell you that a struggle ensued, and when Isaiah, her boyfriend, tried to help her, Mr. Ali punched Isaiah in the face. Fatima will tell you that after Mr. Ali punched Isaiah in the face, he then proceeded to grab her and wrap his arm around her neck. She will tell you that after that, things became a little bit blurry and a little bit hazy for her. And she doesn't remember much about what happened after her father put his arms around her neck because she eventually lost consciousness. Fatima will tell you that when she came to, she saw that her mother was also on the ground with her. And rather than helping her, her mother at one point also wrapped her arms around Fatima's neck, which caused Fatima to have difficulty breathing. You will, in fact, get to see the videos for yourself during the course of this trial. And finally, another set of witnesses you will hear from are the medical professionals from Providence. And they will tell you about the effects of strangulation on the human body. They will also tell you about the injuries that they observed on Fatima.
Your full attention. Now that you just saw the state's part of the state's opening statement, it is just a small portion. I want you to hear the defense opening statement. It's a little bit different.
He makes opening statement on behalf of defendant Mr. Ali.
Couple of things. This case is about October 18th, 2020. October 18th, 2024 was not a day like any other day. You're going to hear from witnesses about what happened that day. I'm going to tell you the day started early, about 4 a.m. You can hear Fatima say that she left her house. She ran away from home. She didn't tell anybody. She never said anything about leaving home. She knew for a fact she was going to be traveling later that day. She didn't talk to her parents about what was happening in terms of her not wanting to go. She didn't make any complaints to them. She just got up early and left the house. Her parents, concerned when they woke up, they called the police and made a report that she had run away. They went out and looked for her. They talked to the police throughout the day. You're going to hear from Officer Hank, who's going to say, yeah, he talked to them throughout the day. They were never told one thing about where she was. You're going to hear she was at Timberline High School most of the day. You're going to hear that she had told people she had run away. You're also going to hear they never relayed that information. You're going to hear that Mr. Ali went to the school to look for her. You're going to hear that he was sitting in his car waiting after school to see if he could see her come out. And you're going to see that he saw her. What you're also going to hear is from Isaiah Williams. Isaiah Williams saw Mr. Ali's truck before Mr. Ali saw him. And he said to his friend, when he saw him sitting there, before anything had happened, he said to you, yes. It's an unusual statement, but you're going to hear that Mr. Ali had a conversation with his daughter about coming home. Not yelling, not out of anger at that point. And you're going to hear that Isaiah and Fatima started struggling. Isaiah inserted himself in the situation. He got between mother and daughter. He was going to be, as a 16-year-old kid, the person making the decision. You're going to hear him testify that he was punched. But you're going to watch video in this case. And it's very important, the video in this case, because this incident was captured on video in its entirety. People are going to testify to different things, but I want you to be careful about what they say versus what you see. They're different, and you're going to see that. I'm going to ask you to take careful notes of what people say. And I'm going to ask you to carefully watch the videos that are going to come up here. And I'm going to ask you to prepare. You're going to see the credibility as an issue. People don't always remember what's going on. Fortunately, for Mr. Ali in this case.
You notice what he did there. He doesn't address the fact that Fatima's father choked her until she was near unconscious. She may have been for a moment or so. Or how the mom wrapped her hands around her neck. He's not contesting any of these facts. He's making it look like this is a normal approach to someone running away from home. What stuck out to me was something he said in the very beginning. She knew she was going to be traveling that day. Let's listen to that part again.
She ran away from home. She didn't tell anybody. She had never said anything about leaving home. She knew for a fact she was going to be traveling later that day. She didn't talk to her parents about.
I know this is a difficult one. So ignore for a second, if you can, that nearly choking your daughter to death is an appropriate response to her running away from home. Most of us would recognize that that is just a little bit over the top, right? So instead, focus on the fact that she knew she was supposed to be traveling that day and she didn't want to go. She didn't want to go overseas. She didn't want to be bartered like a piece of furniture to be sold to a man who was going to capitalize on having a 16-year-old as his wedded partner, his wife. This is really serious stuff. And here's the thing. From an American point of view, if the jury knew she was going to be sold, well, essentially sold, we don't know for a fact that there was actual money exchanged, but there would have had to have been some form of quid pro quo, okay, whether it was money or property or something else. And I think this is something a jury would recognize. Hey, that seems pretty reasonable to us why Fatima didn't want to go. And if you put that together with how her father reacted by trying to kill her, the jury would probably convict without a second thought, right? And maybe that's what the judge wants to prevent. Maybe she wants to make it about the evidence of the actual assault. But I'm afraid the jury is getting a very sanitized view of the relationship here, and that I think is wrong. It's wrong. And I also think the way the defense said she was supposed to be traveling and didn't want to go sanitizes it in a way that it opens the door for someone to explain exactly why she didn't want to go. The judge obviously made a different determination right there. And I think it's the wrong determination. When you come to the United States, you need to adjust to our culture and you need to obey our laws. There is no special dispensation in American law that I'm aware of for honor killing, nor is there a special dispensation in American law that allows you to essentially work an arranged marriage and send a child over to a foreign country to be married off. I'm going to take a breath. If you haven't hit the like or subscribe, please do that now. It really does help. I would love to catch up and cover this trial. Let me know in the comments if this case interests you or if there is something else you would like me to cover. As always, my dear friends, be kind to one another, say nice things, and I'll catch you in the next one.